Back to the stage. David was with us many years ago, and I'm glad to have him back. Come on out, David.
All right. Thank you, Ray. Thank you very much. Hey, let's hear from Ray Lucio. Thank you, Ray. He's doing a great job. Excuse me while I get set up here. Yes, my name is David. I've been doing magic for a while. As a matter of fact, had a lot of magic in my family. My grandmother, she had a trick knee. Yeah, my dad used to do this really neat trick. Every time the bill collector would come to the door, he'd disappear for hours. And I had an uncle who was a magician. After work, he'd just walk down the street and turn into a bar. So lots of magic. Yes, lots of magic in the family. Well, you know, I love watching different magicians. I saw this magician on YouTube not too long ago, and he did this really cool trick with cards, and I thought I would share it with you. But first what he did was he had a top hat, and he reached inside the top hat, and he pulled out a white bag. Yes, he did. And then he changed it into a rabbit, which I thought was kind of cute. But that's not the trick that impressed me. The trick that impressed me was a trick that he did with the cards that were inside the bag. Now he had a bunch of cards. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. What he did was he put 1, 2, 3 cards in the hat. He's left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Now the guy on YouTube, he just paused for applause. Wow, just like on YouTube. That's great. That's great. Well, I was so impressed with that trick, I wanted to learn how the trick was done. So I went to this magic shop in Daytona Beach called Bob's Magic Shop. I walked in the shop, I says, Bob, I saw this magician on YouTube. He had a bunch of cards. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. And what he did was he put 1, 2, 3 cards in a hat. He's left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Now Bob says, that's really good. Thank you for your applaud. I appreciate that. Thank you. Now Bob says, that's really a good trick, but unfortunately you're in the wrong shop. This is Bob's butcher shop. I had to go to Bob's magic shop next door. Well, I walked into Bob's magic shop. I says, Bob, I saw this magician on YouTube. He had a bunch of cards. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. What he did was he put 1, 2, 3 cards in a hat. He's left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Now, Bob says, that's a really good trick, but unfortunately, I don't have the trick in stock. But he says, don't worry, if you wait about 2 weeks, I might be able to get the trick in. Well, I have you know, if you all come back in about 2 weeks, I'll show you the trick where the magician takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. He puts 1, 2, 3 cards in a hat. He's left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. As the crowd goes wild. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You guys are great. You guys are great. Well, I love doing all sorts of magic tricks. Let me show you another one here. This is a little bit different. Trick here with a little sponge ball. Now what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to make this sponge ball magically disappear right before your very eyes. I'll stand back a bit. Whoa, it's gone. Now I don't know if you saw it jump to my pockets. It's right here in the pocket. Now I'm going to try to fool you, so don't blink your eyes. Here we go. Which hand do you think the sponge ball's in? This one over here. That's what most people say. That's a good answer. Sometimes I think it's over here. Well, you know what? I have to do a little magic. I like everybody just to say the magic words, gilly gilly. Gilly gilly. Gilly gilly. Actually, it has nothing to do with the trick. But it sounds kind of magical. Hopefully, maybe it did do a little magic here. Just open up this hand, show you this hand. See, there's a square in this hand. Now, this hand over here, there's a sponge ball. It was red, but magically it turned black. Now, I don't know if you saw the red one jump to my pockets. It's right here in my pocket. Now, I normally get applause at this point. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, you know, I used to be a Boy Scout, and years ago in the Boy Scouts, they taught us how to do all these really fancy knots. And I'm going to tie a knot in this rope here, and I just want to quiz you guys in the audience. And I heard they did this in the Girl Scouts too. They learned all the fancy knots. Now this is a specific knot. There's a name to this knot. Does anybody happen to know the name of this knot? Square knot. What is your name, sir? Paul? Clap hands for Paul. He knows his knots. That was a great answer, Paul. That was awesome. That was awesome. Well, you know what? This next magic trick, I actually performed this in front of 4 presidents. I just got back from Mount Rushmore. I don't know if they liked it. They were stoned. But anyway, it's a trick with a ketchup bottle and a paper bag. Now what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to make this ketchup bottle magically disappear right before your very eyes. I'll wave my hand over the ketchup bottle. It's gone. I'll wave it in the opposite direction. It's back. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. You guys are easy. All right, I'm going to try to fool you. It goes back inside the bag here. Snap my fingers. It's gone. Hey, thank you very much. Not impressed. Well, you know, you guys are kind of a tough audience. I think I'm just going to take this trick just right out of my mouth. It's crazy. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, I love doing card tricks. I'm going to show you guys another card trick here. Now, you know what? Basically, this is just a regular deck of cards. And there's not a trick deck of cards. It doesn't say TV Magic cards or anything. But I'm just going to mix these up here. I'm going to just give them a little shuffle here. Just mix them up a bit. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just place the cards face to face. Now, these cards are regular cards. They're not glued together or anything. Now, what I'm going to do, I just need a rubber band, actually a couple rubber bands. Because if I can have the house lights, please, okay, because the audience here is going to help me out. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the rubber band and just place it just across the card, just like so, widthwise, and also take the other rubber band and place it across the deck lengthwise, just like so. It's nice and tight there, just like so. Thus, that is a Latin word meaning thus. Okay? All right, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the deck of cards, I'm going to throw it into the audience, okay? Someone's going to catch the cards. What they're going to do, they're just going to take a peek at one card, and then they're going to toss it to someone else. They're going to take a peek at one card. They'll toss it to someone else. They'll take a peek at one card until we have 52 cards chosen. Just kidding. Just kidding. The show is not that long. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going, now if I toss these, if I'm looking at you, please catch the cards, okay? Do not look away, because these cards are still coming at you, okay? All right, so we're going to start with Paul. He's nice and close. Now, Paul, I'm going to give you the card. You're just going to catch. Thank you. Clap hands for Paul. That was a good catch. Now, Paul, if you would, I'd like you please stand up, Paul. Just please stand up. Paul, I'd like you just to peek at a card. Just look at one card. Just peek at one, okay? And just remember the card you looked at. Paul, just look at someone and toss it to someone else, okay? Make sure you just catch their eye. Very good. Good catch, sir. And, sir, what is your name? Paul, if you remain standing, okay? If you remain standing, please. Thank you. And what is your name, sir? Jimmy. Clap hands for Jimmy. Jimmy, if you would just, please, if you would just stand up, Jimmy, okay? And Jimmy, please take a look at a card. It can be any card, just a peek at one, okay? Don't take it out, just take a peek at it. Okay, got it? Great. Okay, now Jimmy, just I'd like you to look at someone else and just toss the cards to the next person. Okay, well, that was close. Okay, but that's okay. Clap hands, you almost caught it. That was pretty good. And what is your name, sir? Gail. Gail, if you would please stand up, Gail. Gail, I'd like you just to take a peek at a card, any card at all. Okay, just one card. Okay, you got it? Great. Okay, now, Gail, I'd like you to turn to someone else and just toss it to someone else. And try way back there. Okay, hell, good catch. Hey, let's hear it for it. Now, Gail, please remain standing, Gail, okay? Thank you. And what is your name, sir? Brian. Brian, just take a peek at the card. Just remember that card, Brian, okay? All right, great. Now, Brian, just one more person. Just throw to one more person, okay? All right, remember, just make sure you're looking at them and they see you. Oh, that was that was an easy throw there. Is it Brian? Brian, please stand up. Remember being standing if you picked a card. And what is your name, sir? Tom. Okay, Tom, just take a look at a card. Just peek at one card. Now, Tom, from there, if you can throw the cards to me, okay? All right, let's hear it for Tom. Good throw. Good throw. All right, the gentleman that you're standing up. All right, here we go. I know we got to move on here. So now let me see. I'm going to think Paul. Thank you very much, Paul. Jim. Okay, very good. Gail. I'm not getting anything. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. You're good. You're good. Okay, Brian and Tom. Thank you very much, Tom. All right, thank you, gentlemen. All right. Here we go. I think I got it. You concentrate on your cards. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Ace of clubs, 9 of diamonds, 4 spades, 6 of hearts, Queen of diamonds. If I called out your card, please have a seat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll do one more trick for you. Okay, this last magic trick is pretty cool. You're probably wondering, sometimes magicians, we learn magic from different sources. We use books, we use videos, and sometimes we use audio as well. Now, this is a trick. I have not learned this yet, but I think that you'll enjoy seeing this. You'll see how magicians actually learn how to do magic. So, gentlemen, if I can, the name of this, by the way, is called the Vanishing Bandana, and the instructions are on a audio MP3. So, gentlemen, thank you.
Hello, fellow magicians. Welcome to the world of Acme Magic, your professional mail-order magic company, 100% genuine. This lesson is the mystery of the vanishing bandana. For this mystery, you will need two props. One is a square of darkly colored fabric and a yellow bandana. Pick up the bandana. Now, fold the bandana in half. That's right, fold it in half. Now, fold it one more time. Take the folded bandana and hide it in your left hand. Remember to keep your hand in the natural position. This is called palming. Now that you have mastered palming, we're ready to begin. Open up the folded bandana. Show the audience it is a regular bandana by waving it up and down. If an audience member does not believe it is a real bandana, allow him to wipe his face on it. Now, pick up the dark square of fabric and gather the four corners together, making a little makeshift bag. Using your free hand, fold the bandana along the creases you made earlier and drop it into the folds of the fabric makeshift bag. From the outside of the makeshift bag, squeeze the bandana into a small little ball. What the audience didn't see is that you never really put the bandana in the fabric at all. You really kept it hidden in your left hand. Remember palming? Again, remember to keep your left hand held naturally. Now, make a magical gesture. For the grand finish, fling open the fabric and receive your well-deserved applause.
Hey, thank you very much, thank you. Thank you very much, you guys are great. Enjoy the rest of the show, thank you.
David Berardi, ladies and gentlemen.